What it do, what it do, what it do. I got rising artists from Birmingham, Alabama, TU, on the way right here on set with me today. Be sure to... Sorry. It's the darkest, brightest mind.
I thought that came with 2 magnets.
It does. Where's the other one at? Be sure to turn on your notifications and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Love My Dirty Side Podcast. I was doing so good. All right, and I'm going to do it all over again. What's going on, Love My Dirty Side family? How did it sound? Okay, that was just winging that one. It is your girl, I am Sip Love, and I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia at NTB Studios. You guys, I have upcoming rising artist TU from Birmingham, Alabama, coming on the way here right now, okay? Be sure to turn on your notifications and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Love My Dirty Side Podcast. Stay tuned. What it do, what it do, what it do. Y'all, it is your girl, I am Sip Love, and I'm here with another episode of Love My Dirty South Podcast. As you can see, I have this artist right next to me, you guys, representing Birmingham, Alabama. He goes by the name TU.
It is.
But of course, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself. So what's going on, man?
Hey, man, how y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Like was previously stated, I am TU L4, live from Birmingham, Alabama. It is the fam. We're in the building.
I love it. And first of all, shout out to him. Him and his family definitely just came down here straight from off the road. First of all, how was the drive?
Man, you know, it becomes lighter and lighter every time I come down here.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to start off, kind of slow, all right? So I don't know if you ever got a chance to see any of my episodes, but I like to start off with asking my guests what 4 states you classify as down south.
The 4 states, that would be Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and Florida.
Florida, okay. So my 4, I say Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, and Georgia. So
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't say Florida, but it's cool because a lot of people say Florida.
Yeah,
so I got to ask you, why would you classify Florida as down south?
It's right below Alabama.
Okay.
So you can't go no further than that.
Give and take, okay. So I want you to tell the people out there, how was life like growing up for you in Birmingham?
I mean, it's the typical growing up in the hood story. Same adversity, same obstacles you gotta, jump or overcome. So, it's typical, not finna go into many gritty details like, stay away from Birmingham. But, I'm pretty sure it's like wherever you may be watching from at this point.
Okay. Now, I gotta ask this question. What do you think Birmingham is known for?
Besides TU,
Period.
this the Magic City. You know what I'm saying? That was the driving force for World War II, maybe World War I too, as far as the iron go. The civil rights was very prevalent in my area, and you still ride around and you can see certain relics that remind you of what went on in our city. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like Atlanta. We neighbors.
Yeah, and I like that he brought up about it has a lot of historical events, specifically the Civil Rights Movement, because we're actually filming on MLK Day. You are also performing on MLK Day. So talk to them about how it feels to perform on MLK Day.
Man, it's me personally, everything's being aligned. So for it to even take place on such a day with such energy going on, it's a blessing as well as an opportunity. We was just at Stankonia Saturday night, and we did the big one and put on for the city. Got a text message this morning saying they asking about such and such. Hey, can you shoot back? So, we here now.
Yeah. Okay. So he said putting on for your city. Okay. So growing up, did you grow up in a 2-parent household or one?
I had one, but I really grew up with grandma. So, that's enough love. That's the love of 4 parents, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Okay. And so I remember doing my research, right? And we talked about off camera about you being a military vet.
Yeah.
Okay. And I asked him, is there anything, that you want to talk about, anything you don't want to talk about? And he was like, I'm all for it. Okay. So I guess being a black man in the military, I do want to dive into that. How was that for you?
And see, my reason for going to the military isn't the typical. It's not a long lineage of Army veterans. I was at a weird place at that particular time, and I was more of a liability than an asset, to my mother. So the opportunity presented itself, you go over here and you do such things, it'll be a nice little check for whoever you leave it to. So my whole purpose was going just to make sure I can make sure my tea lady's straight, because I ain't know what I had going on. And I ain't just want her to, be grieving, come out of pocket, funeral costs. what I'm saying, or even just putting up the bail or what may have you. But that was my reason behind it. So it wasn't like I was trying to go be super heroic. I wasn't trying to go be, you know what I'm saying, Captain Save the Planet type shit.
Yeah. Okay, so you can kind of confirm that a lot of black men kind of go to the military for more like finance reasons or just, for like the lifestyle, but not more so for like the country type of aspect.
Nah, not in the aspect of like, yeah, I'm doing it for America. You know what I'm saying? I always put my boots on to defend everything on this side.
Okay.
I mean, but at that time, college didn't make sense. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, to sit in no room all day, learn. That was my MO at the time. So that was just an outlet to generate some money for my mama. Because the whole point was going over there to die. So I went in infantry. I didn't go in to, you know what I'm saying, do anything cute, what have you, to drive trucks, push papers. So I felt my chances of dying would have been high doing that. So going through 3 firefights, being blown up by IED in the truck, you know what I'm saying? So to be here in this point, even talking to you, so I know I'm doing something right.
Right. And like I said, we talked off camera about you being comfortable. So you mentioned about the IED exposure. Now, I'm not in military. I don't know anything about that. But for those that's out there that's kind of curious, what is the IED exposure? And do you care to talk about that a little bit and your experience with that?
Yeah, so the IED itself stands for Improvised Explosive Device. They pretty much they made a explosive out of anything you can find in your cabinet. Don't try this at home, kids. You know what I'm saying? You get a couple ball bearings, couple igniters, but that's how they end up in the truck. I was driving a third truck, which is technically the safest places to be in any convoy is the last truck, because everybody got to hit down this same road, same path. But that's just the way that it, you know what I'm saying, they end up happening. I'm driving, I just seen a white light. When I wake up, I'm in the truck by myself. Kind of find out the medic, they sent another check on me. He told them folks I was dead, so it really wasn't even no, you know what I'm saying, urgency to get my body out the truck. I would have just went back with the wreckage, but I ended up waking up in that bit. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no panic. It wasn't like, oh shit, help me. I just, shit, my legs, my toes. I just felt my legs with my hands. I got dumb. I made myself visible, climbed out the hatch, and here we are.
Wow. Do you have any, I guess, like lasting injuries from that or anything like that? Or something that still follows you to this day from that?
Yeah, it's not mental.
Okay.
I mean, it's not physical, it's all mental.
All mental, yeah.
Yeah, so it ain't nothing I can sit here and show you, be like, hey, yeah, look at this. I mean, but if we, you know what I'm saying, sit around and talk like this, then you'll be able to see and pick up
Yeah.
on, you know what I'm saying, what was left behind after all that.
Okay, and before we transition from how you was a military vet to now a musician, I did just want you to tell anybody out there that may be dealing with PTSD for the military. Do you have any advice or anything that you want to share about that?
I mean, get around those who know what to listen for. You know what I'm saying? Because you can tell these stories to 100 people, but there's only certain things in this world that you can actually have sympathy or empathy for, and that's when you go through it. You feel me? So if you know what I'm saying, if you're still in contact with those that you did serve with, I know what that bond like. So, you know what I'm saying, reach out to them. They may need it more than you do, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I've been, you know what I'm saying, in that dark place. But make sure you got good people around you, man.
All right, you guys, you heard it here from TU himself, military vet. Definitely make sure that you surround yourself with people that loved you and went through similar aspects as you as well, that be able to understand, right?
Facts.
Okay, so now since we talked about all that trauma, let's dive into you being a musician. How did you transition from a military vet, because that's a whole different ball game, right, to wanting to do music? Let's talk about that.
The music has always been a habit. I was the one out the crew. I just started freestyling all day. So I didn't put my 10,000 hours in, so to speak, is honing my craft. So it just got to the point, I was rapping before the military. You know what I'm saying? We went through that whole ordeal. We came back. I was able to link around some people in New York who was already on the music. You know, by being in the South and going to New York is a whole different way that they structure their content, lyrics, punchlines, what have you. And that was so intriguing to me, coming from the South, you know, with your UGKs, your 8 balls, you know what I'm saying? It was more of that playalistic. But to be able to put those triple and double entendres together, them outrageous metaphors, like had you thinking all day off of one line. We ain't even got through the whole song.
Right.
Man, but it was just everything was aligned. Like I always loved music. You know what I'm saying? So rap was nothing. I used to do this for fun. We kicking in the hood on an off day type thing. You feel me?
Okay. So wait, I don't know if you guys heard specifically what he said, but he said you went to New York and you kind of caught on that type of flow, and that was different for you being from the South.
It was.
So what was your first thing when you thought about like picking up that up north flow versus like what your normal like smaller area down south is catered to?
It was like, how are they thinking of this?
Wow.
Like,
I've never heard that before. Cause I'm like rooted, I'm like heavy in the South. So it's like sometimes when we talk about like up, you know, people from up north, it's like, okay, they got their thing and we have our thing. But to hear you say that you kind of was influenced by that, like that's dope.
Yeah, heavily influenced by the time I spent in New York. Just like I said, the birthplace of what we do here today, and understanding the intricacy that they put behind what they say. Because I really fell in love with it through the battle rap scene. My partner Moot had put me on to it. You know what I'm saying? We seen a couple battles, and I was just like, for the mind to work like that, to paint a picture with 6 words, maybe 4 syllables per word, and not a whole crowd and all, it was just like that. To have that command was just beautiful to me.
Yeah. Okay. So have you ever lived outside of Birmingham, or have you always just been in Birmingham?
No, I lived in I was stationed in New York.
Okay.
So I lived in New York 8 years. I was in South Carolina for like a year, but most of the time was either Birmingham or New York.
Okay. And currently, where do you reside currently?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham. Okay. Do you see yourself leaving Birmingham to fully be stationed, whether it's back in New York or here in Atlanta, just for like better opportunities?
It's on the table.
Okay.
Everything got to make sense.
Yeah, I feel that. Okay, so I gotta ask, if you could describe your music flow in 3 words, what would it be? And I say this because you said you picked up, you know, some stuff from New York and, you know, kind of craft that into your flow and style. So if you could describe your flow in 3 words, what would it be?
Intricate, thought-provoking, and knowledgeable.
Do you have any interest in collabing with anybody, maybe in Atlanta or maybe in New York or just in the future? Any big dream collabs you have in mind?
I mean, of course, collab, you know what I'm saying? That's the name of the game, networking and collaborations on records. But if it was like the big names that we look at now on TV who I would want to work with, it'd be that boy Kevin Gates, Big Crit, and oddly enough, Ludacris.
What? Okay, so I personally like Ludacris and I love Kevin Gates. So you got to tell me specifically about those 2. Why would you want to collaborate with them?
My train of thought these days and how I'm trying to maneuver through this thing that we call life, it's a mirror image of what Kevin Gates got going on, his whole persona, his whole image, his whole brand. And then with Ludacris, it's just that vibe on the track. Like I ain't never heard a bad song from Ludacris. And it's not just the fun bouncing, like he's still talking on that too. He got them same bars that one would expect to see in New York.
Yeah.
So, and then Big Crit, you know, a Southern legend to me. You know what I'm saying? Third Coast alumni.
Yeah. Okay, for sure. Okay. So I kind of want to dive in now into just the whole aspect of you being in the studio and how you go about making your flows and what you decide first. So you in the studio, what is 3 things you cannot go without being in the studio?
I'm gonna need something to drink. I'm gonna need something to smoke, and I'm gonna need my fire.
You're gonna need a fire. You're gonna need something to drink. You're gonna need something to smoke. Okay, we're kind of at times now where you have AI. And TikTok was down about 2 days ago, but I don't know what happened. Now it's back up.
Back with it.
So with AI and with a platform like TikTok, let's first start with TikTok. Would you be more open now since TikTok is back open to be putting your music and being more interactive with your fans on TikTok to kind of, you know, have that more awareness like, hey, I'm out here doing music. I got this, that, and the third going on.
Yes, I don't know, it seems like TikTok algorithm, rhythm, it's less strenuous than Facebook and IG. Like you can, I don't know if it's more leeway, if that's the proper term for what I'm describing, but I feel like you can, you know what I'm saying, do a lot on TikTok versus IG or Facebook. Not saying that you can't, but
right.
You know what I'm saying, there's a lot more pressure on TikTok.
Okay, so is that like a yes or no? Like, would you be more TikToking and making up dances and stuff?
Definitely is not. You know what I'm saying? It's like Jordan coming back, so
yeah,
you got to go over there and ball on TikTok.
Okay, who do you think your specific crowd of fans are? Like, do you think they're like 18-year-olds, 20, 30s, 40s, black, white, Hispanic? Who do you think cater to you the most, especially when you out there making your music?
I'm gonna say all of it. I'm not really bound by my region.
Okay.
I'm not really bound by any specific age group, because everybody gains wisdom at different times. So the music that I'm making is in order for you to think. So that's gonna gravitate to those who already appreciate the pureness of hip hop and where it came from, and then especially coming to the South and knowing how strong our voices are down here. So it's not an age group, it's not an ethnicity. Everybody who love music, and that's what I'm trying to portray with this. Well, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, wait, do you make songs for the females? For the ladies?
Yeah, we got songs for your quote unquote ratchet. We got the songs for your quote unquote sexy reds, if you will.
Okay.
So yeah, we got music for everybody with
Now, I
it.
asked you earlier about the AI whole takeover situation now. Do you think, as far as you being in the process with saying your own lyrics and things of that nature, just finding your own rhythm, do you think that AI will be a helpful tool as a musician yourself to implement with the whole process?
I'm gonna say yeah, from the standpoint of my studio experience. I'm not the artist who's just walking around with notebooks full of lyrics. I might jot something down in my phone, but 9 times out of 10, I go to the studio. It's all off the vibe. I'm rarely really using something that I did right previously. So the reason AI helped me in that situation, AI can go back and write it down for me, and I can go back and just make those small nuances changes in order for it to make sense to post it. So AI has been helpful for me in that aspect, and as far as graphic design.
Okay. So we talk a little bit back about the collab. So is there anybody who you kind of look up to in the industry right now? Or you seem to be like, oh yeah, they doing their thing. Besides yourself, of course.
I'm gonna say my top three:
Go ahead.
PMT, Big Crit, Andre 3 Stacks. So the impact, we all know, Long Live Chad Butler. We already know how charismatic he was and how he commanded the room when he walked in. Andre, no limits. You can't even really describe his style, whether it be fashion or music.
Yeah.
And Big Crit, to me, Big Crit put that whole South Coast, that whole third coast on his back in the midst of Pimp C and Andre. So I salute that based off of that. Like lyrical ability, Crit is one of them. He made the beat, so it's like you got all that in one. So yeah, if I get an opportunity to work with anybody, I want to sit down with that boy Kevin Gates, Big Crit, you know what I'm saying, and Ludo.
Yeah. Okay, for sure. So back to the concert tonight. Okay. Out there when you're, performing, is there anything that you're expecting specifically from the crowd?
Your undivided attention, and it won't be wasted. I promise you it won't.
Okay. What is that like? Just, is that energy? Is that just looking? Like, how does that feel?
Not to oversimplify it in that matter, but just having them standing there looking, just being present, that provides enough fuel in order for me to get into my mode to perform the way I should perform for everybody that's not necessarily out there for me, but while I'm on this stage for these little 3-4 minutes, you're mine.
Period.
And I appreciate that.
Okay, and before we end here, I want you to tell the people out there your social, and I want you to also tell them what you got coming up in the works.
Say, man, it is that boy TU. You can tap in with me on IG and all other platforms, TU_fam first. What we got coming up is what we finna go do in a couple hours when we leave here. We got some songs finna drop. I've been going crazy. I dropped a single every week from November 1st to January 1st, just so y'all can notice. But now that I have your attention, we really finna take this off. So it just won't be the last time you see TU in the A. I guarantee it.
Yes, and y'all know that we always gotta show people love down here. Now y'all know I couldn't let this man leave without playing the ghetto trivia. He don't know what's about to come into the works. He don't even know what I'm talking about right now. But y'all already know what's going on. It is Dirty South Network right here. Love My Dirty South podcast. Stay tuned. What it do, y'all. So we are back with the ghetto trivia. I have my artist here, TU, representing Birmingham. He's performing tonight once again, if you guys did miss that. And where are you performing at again?
Tonight we had the Believe Music Hall, ATL with it.
Let's get it, okay? So basically, you guys, he already talked about who influenced him the most in the game. He said, you know, Pimp C, Big Crit, all these lovely artists, you know, based off in the past, right? So, of course, it just made sense to kind of test it, right? So I'm going to say these lyrics, and I'm going to say them. I ain't going to sing them. And you got to guess the name of the song and the name of the musician.
Bet, let's do it.
Let's do it. Spaceships don't come equipped with review mirrors. They dip as quick as they can. The atmosphere is not real. That was so hard to not sing. Yeah.
Like a baby. That's that international player anthem.
Okay, and who sing that part specifically?
That right there, that boy, 3 Stacks.
Watch your paper, guard your life, cause these ain't living right. Keep your pistol, if a fight, cause these out here jack every night.
Keep your mind on the big face, deep in the game. Let that boy Tad brother, man. Come on, let that boy Pimp C.
Yeah, what's the name of the song?
That's the, you got me on number. You got me on number. Goddamn, that's the, Throw.
Yep,
Still
Get
Throw.
Throw. Yeah. Okay, Get Throw featuring Jeezy and Von B. I put the whole world in my trunk. Let it bomb.
Put the whole world in my trunk. Let it bomb. That's you know what I'm saying.
Who is it? Let me finish.
Nah, that's Crit though. That's third coast alone now. Put the whole world in my
What's the name of the song?
Let it bomb. You got me on the song.
Okay, I'm gonna finish it out and then I'll let you say the song, okay?
All right, bet.
All right. Check the stars out when I ride, dodging potholes with these tires. Hydrant lanes, swing and bang in the stain, so let me buy, cause I got...
I'm just rotating my tires. That's that? That's rotating my tires?
No, money on the floor. Cause I got money on the floor. He got that wrong, but he got the artist right, so we still good. Okay, and then last one.
What it is?
You feeling the strength of the rump, step up, hear the funk of the jump that the thuggers feel. Just be thugging, straight buzzing, loving your peoples, cause we so real.
Say it again.
You're feeling.
That's Crit though.
And
I'm gonna say it again.
You're feeling the strength of the rump, step up, hear the funk of the jump that the thuggers feel. Just be thugging, straight buzzing, loving your peoples, cause we so real.
Loving your peoples, cause we so real.
You gonna say it one more time?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the rhythm. I just need to get
and I'm trying my best not to sing it. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. You're feeling the strength of the rump. Step up, hear the funk of the jump that the thuggers feel.
Oh,
Just be thugging, straight buzzing, loving your people cause it's
so
real.
real chill. Bring your weapon and strap and bring on your ammunition.
Oh,
that Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah, it's that thugging.
I just opened up with them too. I just opened up with Bone Thugs. That was an amazing opportunity.
Okay. So all of the artists basically that I had, they had a big influence, right? Because that was in your press release. They was all the people that you kind of looked up to in their era, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what's up.
So yeah, you threw me with that last one.
Okay. Once again, you guys, it is Love My Dirty South podcast. I'm here with Birmingham artist. He's performing tonight, you guys. Be sure to check it out in Atlanta. If you missed out, you missed out, but he will be out here and popping it everywhere else, okay? Be sure to turn your notifications on for the YouTube channel, Love My Dirty South Podcast, and follow us on Instagram, Dirty South Network. And once again, where can they follow you at?
ATU_fam first. Blood don't make you family, loyalty does.
All right, y'all, we finna go check out this concert. Once again, Love My Dirty South Podcast. Love My Dirty South Podcast.